Coffee versus tea. Which one is better for your health? Can one or the other help you lose weight? How should you start your day? I got it all for you right here in this video. Let's talk about it real quick. First, both may aid weight loss and protect against certain chronic diseases by affecting metabolism. Both are healthy and safe in moderation, and neither will be a deciding factor in your productivity, health habits, or weight loss. So that's how we're going to start today. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. Thanks for joining me today. One of my subscribers asked, which one's better, coffee or tea? Can you do a comparison? So I was really glad to just put this together for you. Let's talk about caffeine for a little bit. Caffeine is a habit-forming psychoactive stimulant. A lot of people sleep on that. It is a drug, and it does have some effects, and it does form habits. Increases your alertness, reduces your fatigue, increases dopamine levels, and blocks adenosine. So it has a lot of effects. It's not just a warm cup of your favorite beverage. These are all factors that can cause reward pathways to be signaled, and also blocking the adenosine is key because that's what builds up in your brain that causes feelings of tiredness. And so if you have caffeine blocking that action, then it's going to reduce your feelings of tiredness. Next, I have the caffeine content. Depends on brewing time, serving size, preparation, and coffee tends to have more caffeine. So it depends on the source that you're looking at, but generally speaking, the coffee is going to be more strongly brewed. Safe. For safety, adults can get 400 milligrams per day of caffeine safely. Generally speaking, you probably wouldn't want to test much more than that without your doctor doing a physical on you. And there's 8 ounces of coffee that's about 95 milligrams. 8 ounces of black tea is about 47 milligrams. And then 8 ounces of green tea is about 29 milligrams. So you can do the math on that. More benefits of coffee and caffeine. Improves athletic performance, mood, alertness, reaction time, memory, info processing, and endurance exercise. So some people actually do take caffeine supplements or drink coffee as part of their pre-workout program. And it could help you get through your workday a little more easily too. Next, research shows caffeine association with improved insulin sensitivity. So insulin sensitivity is a key factor in type 2 diabetes. Your insulin resistance, if that increases too much, then you may be at risk for type 2 diabetes. So there is some association with caffeine intake, preventing that, and as well as protective effects against dementia, Alzheimer's, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So it's looking like there's a lot of benefits to caffeine if you're just going by this. Next, coffee and tea both have antioxidants, polyphenols are the most of them, and these are protective factors. These are really good for reducing inflammation, which can be a huge factor in cancer, oxidative stress and damage in your blood vessels that can lead to heart attack and stroke and stuff. You want your blood vessels to be real healthy, so having more antioxidants is definitely a way to help that. And when you're looking at these sort of broths, right, it's the tea leaf brew or the coffee brew. You can also get some of the same antioxidants in fruits and veggies. So, but it's a good way, convenient way to drink it. Some more studies on the benefits of both in vitro studies. So these aren't in live people, they're in the test tubes. They showed CGA, chlorogenic acid, inhibits cancer cell growth in stomach, GI tract cells, and liver cells. So your coffee is going to have a higher concentration of CGA. And then in vitro studies show that these polyphenols that are in tea inhibit cancer growth cell in lung and colon, cancer cell growth in lung and colon cells. So there's benefits to both of them and each of them so far. Which one's better? All right. And then we're looking at the caffeine may increase the number of calories you burn by 3 to 13%. And maintain this effect for 3 hours after intake, translating to an extra 79 to 150 calories burned. I'll put a link in the description on YouTube where I'm getting this information from. So it could help you burn fat, which would be cool, right? Next, major health benefits may be linked to health conscientiousness and other behaviors. So that's something that's always important to note, that when you have these studies, it's not like you just take everyone whose entire life is the same and give them a few different things. The people who are likely to be looking up coffee or tea or asking a coach about it are likely to be taking care of their health in other ways. They might visit their doctor more frequently. They might exercise more, do yoga, try to balance their diet, eat lots of fruits and veggies, drink more water. Like all those kinds of things are factors, like cofactors that can impact how these studies work. And people say how much coffee they drink. It might not just be the caffeine or the polyphenols in the coffee or tea that's giving them that protective health effect. All right. Does that make sense? Leave a comment if you want to talk about coffee or some of these benefits. Next, tea. Some of the benefits of tea compared to coffee. This was interesting. Lower in caffeine, higher in L-theanine. It increases the brain's alpha waves for a relaxed but alert mental state without feeling drowsy. So the way it's been contrasted, you might experience this if you have coffee, it's like a swift kick, right? Other doses of high caffeine, you're just like, whoa, bam. Tea has this polyphenol that can give you like a more gradual boost in alertness that makes it a little bit smoother, right? And that's what's in this next slide. L-theanine plus caffeine may give a soothing and more smooth energy boost than coffee. So that's a benefit of having tea. High dose caffeine can have side effects. Didn't want to talk about the side effects. I don't want to make it sound like I'm promoting coffee. I have no coffee to sell you. Ask your doctor if coffee is right for you, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not your healthcare provider. High dose caffeine can have side effects, and you might experience them if you have too much of it, right? Your symptoms of anxiety, stress, heart rate increases. In extreme cases, heart failure, increased heart rate, high blood pressure, and dependence. So if you drink coffee every day, you might realize that you can't start your day without coffee without getting a headache or any caffeine source, right? Some people also start the day off with a soda or tea. And if you stop doing that abruptly when your body's not ready for it and you have a dependence, then you're going to have some symptoms from that. And ways you can get around that that don't necessarily give you the same benefits of the caffeine that I've described. Decaf coffee or herbal tea. Herbal tea is naturally caffeine free, but it still has a lot of the polyphenols. Same with the decaf coffee here. And as a health coach, my tips for you, pay attention to the sugar you add. So this is like one of those tips like, oh yeah, I don't drink coffee because I had too much sugar. Or people who switch to black coffee. The thing is, that's probably not the major factor in any weight gain that you're experiencing. You don't see people rubbing their stomach saying, oh, it was all the sugar in the coffee kind of thing. It's something else, probably what they're eating with the coffee. If you're having Pop-Tarts or a pastry, then that's going to be a bigger impact on your health than whatever sugar you're adding. Of course, you don't want to go crazy with sugar. And if you are looking to create a caloric deficit where you're not eating as much sugar or you have fewer calories coming in, then the sugar in your coffee is a great way to start and looking differently in where you're getting your calories from. A tip I have for you, instead of overdosing or taking too much of this coffee or tea, high caffeine things, is making sure you're getting enough sleep. And that's going to have a bigger impact on your entire career, your life, your mood, your decision-making, your risk of chronic disease, all that stuff. So you want to aim for 7+ hours of sleep per day. And that's the adenosine kicking in, telling you like, hey, we need sleep. Your brain's like, okay, this is a lot to handle. I'm not very alert right now. Sleeping 7+ hours a day is going to probably have a bigger impact on your alertness and all the benefits of caffeine than caffeine itself. Leave a comment if you know that to be your experience, because I find I don't drink coffee that often, maybe decaf every once in a while, but getting sleep definitely gives me that boost in alertness to get me through the day. And so that is a quick overview. Back and forth, coffee or tea, it depends on what you'd like, what you prefer mostly, and it's not the biggest factor. I broke this down because this is something my client asked me, and then science-based is a core value of Fit for Freelance because I want to make sure that people have accurate information that's going to affect their health. The internet can get a little reckless. I'll put a link to the coffee and lemon. That was a trend on TikTok. It's really popular, but it's kind of like, why would you do that? And there's so much information and misinformation. And is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Sometimes you'll hear opposing opinions on the same thing, like bacon. Is bacon good or bad for you? No one really knows. So what I do, I'm really good at using science, doing research. I have a medical writing company where I can find the information for you and make a video about it, or just send a report. Like fish oil is another one of those topics that people are like, is it good for you or not? And if you want to work with me more, I have information in the links in the description. We have a free Facebook group where we're doing daily health tips. And there's a plant-based snack pack, so you can try some new plant-based recipes. You know what to buy and how to cook it, so you can start getting more of those polyphenols, eating healthier, losing weight, and leading the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. Ultimately, the vision of Fit for Freelance. So, what do you think? Coffee or tea? Working with me? Leave a comment, click like, and then check out some of my other videos. As always, keep practicing. Peace.